The shocking truth behind mobile scams. A phone vibrates on a quiet afternoon. A message appears on the screen. It looks urgent. A bank alert, a delivery notification, a warning about an account problem. Within minutes, money is gone. No broken locks, no masked criminals, no dramatic chase. Just a mobile phone. In today's world, one of the most dangerous scams doesn't happen in dark alleys or hidden offices. It happens through the device people carry everywhere. And behind these scams lies a truth far more shocking than most people realize. The mobile phone was supposed to make life easier. It connected families across continents. It brought banking, shopping, and communication into a single device. What once required a visit to a bank or store could now be done in seconds. As smartphones became more powerful, they also became more valuable, not because of the device itself, because of the information inside it. A modern smartphone contains photos, messages, banking details, passwords, personal documents, and access to financial accounts. For criminals, it became the perfect target. In the beginning, mobile scams were relatively simple. Fraudsters sent random text messages claiming someone had won a prize. They promised cash rewards, luxury vacations, or expensive electronics. Most people ignored them. Many recognized the warning signs. They learned that success did not come from convincing everyone. It came from convincing just enough people. As technology advanced, so did the scams. Criminal groups started studying human behavior. They learned how fear works. They learned how urgency influences decisions. They learned how trust can be manipulated. Instead of sending obvious fake messages, they began creating messages that felt real. A package delivery notification. A warning that an account would be suspended. A request to verify personal information. Everything appeared legitimate. The logos looked authentic. The language sounded professional. The links seemed trustworthy. But each message led victims directly into a trap. Around the world, mobile scams became more organized. What many imagined as a single criminal working alone was often something very different. Large groups operated from offices filled with computers and phones. Some employed hundreds of people. Scripts were written carefully. Victims were categorized. Targets were selected based on age, location, and behavior. Entire operations functioned like businesses, except their product was deception. One of the most effective techniques involved impersonation. Scammers pretended to be bank representatives, government officials, technical support agents, delivery companies, even family members. The goal was always the same: gain trust, create urgency, force a quick decision. Victims often believed they were protecting themselves. Instead, they were handing over access to their accounts. As smartphones became central to financial life, mobile banking transformed the scam landscape. People could transfer money instantly, pay bills immediately, manage investments from anywhere. Convenience increased. So did risk. Criminals no longer needed to physically steal wallets. They only needed access to a phone. Some scams relied on malicious applications. Victims downloaded software disguised as useful tools. Once installed, the applications secretly collected information: passwords, banking credentials, security codes, private messages. The victim rarely noticed anything unusual. The phone continued working normally. Meanwhile, sensitive information was quietly flowing to criminals. Another tactic emerged through social engineering. Unlike traditional hacking, social engineering targets the human mind rather than technology. Scammers became experts at creating emotional pressure. Fear of losing money, fear of account suspension, fear of legal trouble. One of the most valuable things a person can protect.
Under stress, people often make decisions they would never make under normal circumstances. A carefully timed phone call could be more effective than sophisticated malware. The conflict intensified as security systems improved. Banks introduced two-factor authentication. Technology companies developed stronger protections. Mobile operating systems became more secure. Yet scammers continued finding new ways around these defenses because their primary target was never the technology. It was the person holding the phone. This became the shocking truth behind mobile scams. The greatest vulnerability was not a software flaw, it was human trust. Every scam depended on convincing someone to believe a lie. Criminals understood this better than many security experts. They invested time studying psychology. They practiced conversations. They refined techniques. They transformed deception into a highly efficient system. Then came a period when mobile scams exploded globally. The rise of digital payments created new opportunities. Millions of people began relying entirely on smartphones for financial transactions. At the same time, criminals gained access to advanced tools. Fake websites became nearly identical to legitimate ones. Caller identification could be manipulated. Artificial intelligence made fraudulent messages more convincing. Scammers could reach thousands of potential victims every hour. The scale became enormous. Reports of financial losses appeared across continents. Students lost tuition savings, workers lost salaries, retirees lost life savings accumulated over decades. Small businesses faced devastating setbacks. The victims came from every background. Age offered no guarantee of protection. Education offered no guarantee of protection. Experience offered no guarantee of protection. The scam succeeded because they exploited universal human emotions: trust, fear, hope, urgency. For many victims, the financial loss was only part of the damage. The emotional impact often lasted much longer. People blamed themselves. They replayed conversations repeatedly. They searched for the moment when everything went wrong. Many struggled with embarrassment. Some never reported the crime. Others lost confidence in technology altogether. Behind every statistic was a real person facing a painful reality. Meanwhile, law enforcement agencies faced enormous challenges. Mobile scams rarely respected borders. A victim in one country could be targeted by criminals operating thousands of miles away. Money moved rapidly through multiple accounts. Digital evidence crossed jurisdictions. Investigations became increasingly complex. Authorities arrested many individuals. Large criminal networks were disrupted, yet new groups often emerged to replace them. The problem continued evolving. Technology that helped society also provided new tools for scammers. The battle became a constant race between security and deception. Today, mobile scams remain one of the fastest growing forms of fraud in the world. The methods continue changing, the platforms continue changing, but the foundation remains the same: manipulate trust, create urgency, exploit emotion. The most surprising part of this story is that the greatest weapon used by scammers is often invisible. Not malware, not advanced software, not hidden devices. A simple lie delivered at the right moment, a message crafted to appear genuine, a voice pretending to be someone trustworthy. That is the shocking truth behind mobile scams. The technology may be modern, but the strategy is ancient. Convince someone to trust the wrong person, and the consequences can be life-changing. As mobile phones become even more connected to daily life, awareness becomes one of the strongest defenses available. Every notification, message, and unexpected call deserves careful attention, because behind